But speaking of gold, guess who's mining all of it in Africa?
Children.
China.
The China. Yeah. China bought. Well, okay, let's just start from the top. So the US.
No intro?
Oh yeah, welcome to Chess Club. 7 minutes into the show. I've been recording, by the way. 7 minutes into the show. Welcome to Chess Club.
Wait, is this all off the record? Just want to make sure.
Yes, this is off the record and this is not verbatim. You should not take this as investing advice. We are not. I just graduated. I didn't even go to college. David, you dropped out.
Hey, I got my GED, all right?
Yeah, we don't know anything that we're talking about. Don't take this as advice, and I'm kind of making it up as I go. This is less of a financial education podcast and more of a improv session, to improve our improvisation skills. That being said, we're going to talk about China and why they're going to dominate the world. Okay, boys.
Yeah.
The U.S. imports more from China than it exports. Am I wrong?
No.
I'm not 100% sure, but that sounds right.
Have you ever heard of America being a service economy?
No.
We just provide services like detailing cars, serving you coffee. We don't actually provide you cars and coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I know what you're
us
talking about.
importing more from China than we export to China leaves us with a trade deficit, as in China has extra US dollars because they receive our money, but they don't spend our money. And our money is the leading money. The US dollar is the lead reserve currency. No?
That's right.
So, in 2013, I literally have notes. I took notes, bro, in a notebook, like with actual. I don't know why I didn't go to college if this is what I ended up doing. In 2013, China recycled those US dollars right back into our government, into US treasuries. And US treasuries are like bonds. Which a bond is basically like a stock for a government that's a fixed price and a fixed rate of return. Right?
Yeah.
So that allowed the United States to do deficit spending, which is why if you go on debt calculator, you can see that we're trillions in debt because our government issued hella bonds and hasn't earned that money back yet. Like it's earning less than it's issuing. That combined with the fact that our manufacturing jobs moved across the sea and made us a service economy makes us really dependent on other sources, but other sources not nearly as dependent on us, except for, the buying part from us. Due to all that, the bond situation, that means low interest rates, which means you can borrow 100,000 at 1%, buy some equity, earn 8%, and boom, any loan that you get from the government is now cash positive, even though you're paying interest on it. So that's incentive for anybody to buy quote unquote loans from the government. So that makes it easier to buy more loans. You know what I mean? So that 7% margin enables you to buy more bonds, and the government's going to pay you for those bonds.
Like drip investing.
It's literally drip investing. China has been drip investing on the US government with our own money that we gave them because their parts, the things are cheaper. So government debt keeps rising and China owns more and more bonds with our money. This was happening up until 2013. Which link is that? The second link. So in 2013, they kind of stopped buying our bonds. Why was that? Maybe they got scared because of the 08 crisis, but that's like 5 years afterwards. So they stopped doing that with our US dollars. What did they start doing with our US dollars? Third link. They started buying our farmland.
Is this a presentation or a conversation?
Oh, actually, yeah, it's a conversation. Shoot. My bad.
No, I'm not being facetious.
I literally want you to interrupt me. You're just giving me too much attention.
So are you saying that China's like not buying bonds anymore, or they're still buying bonds? Because that completely flew over my head, that part.
They're buying they're buying less bonds. They're still buying bonds, but I mean, a bond is a fixed thing. It's not that they can't sell off bonds. Well, they can in a third party market, but the idea is you hold a bond until the government cashes you. Because
Right.
why would a person buy it back if not for the same return? So the bonds are still issued and only one person can cash them out. So they just started buying less bonds. They didn't start like selling off or not buying at all.
Okay.
But then they used our so those dollars that they got for us buying their stuff, those are recycled dollars. They stopped spending recycled dollars on bonds, and third link, they started spending it on farmland, using our dollars to buy our land. Think about what happens when you default on a credit card payment. What do they
It
take?
gets your furniture, your car, whatever you own.
Any equity in your house?
Yep.
Yep.
Could you imagine having a country as a credit card?
So are you saying that they're giving away farmland, or are you saying that eventually they'll start just taking the country as a whole?
They're just buying farmland right now. Whether it's for whether it's an invasive thing or just control the farms thing, I don't know. I'm not a genius by any means. Well, I'm a genius by some means, but like not all the means. Mainly a genius by medians, not means.
What about the average?
Average is a kind of false statistic because one outlier could change the average by a considerable amount. So I don't believe in average.
That was pretty mean.
I hate both of you. Okay, so back to that whole America credit card thing. So what are your thoughts on that? What would they take? What's of value to China if, for example, America can't pay back the worth of those bonds?
Then they have leverage over America. Well, that's if America
Well,
can't pay back the bonds, which is a
well,
really
Likely.
what is
tinfoil.
the like? Is there a contract for the government based on what happens if they default on the bonds? Because what actually happens? I mean,
I'm gonna look
is
it
there
up.
anything written? Because I've never bought a bond myself,
I'm never gonna buy a bond.
unless returns go up a little bit.
When a country does this, it's known as sovereign default. This is when the country cannot repay its debt, which is typically the form of bonds. So, if the U.S. were to default, it would essentially stop paying money it owed to the U.S. Treasury bondholders. Yeah, you just wouldn't get money.
Yeah, I mean, that actually happened to Argentina a couple times. And there was a story that they had a big like naval ship, right? And Spain owned a bunch of Argentinian bonds, and since they couldn't get paid back, they took hostage of one of the naval ships. So that
So
happened.
there is precedent of bonds not being paid back to almost war.
Not really war, but just like a
Strong arming.
show of power, I guess, maybe. But
Hmm.
but yeah,
Well, we can
Argentina's
always-
economy is way different than ours, though. It's
I
super
guess.
unstable there.
Yeah, but I mean, theoretically, say that America can't pay back the bonds. You know,
Well, what has to happen for America to not be able to pay them back?
like economic collapse, I guess.
Then is China's biggest concern really what what America owes them? If America
Wait.
is not able to pay back the bonds, that means there's some kind of vacuum happening, and China will be happy to fill it for the exchange of forgiving those loans. I think.
Yeah, but wait, what are you saying?
Like if America is in economic ruins, like deep ruins, like can't even pay back bonds, which America has more to think about than bonds. If they can't even pay back bonds with more debt from other countries, which is how they've been doing it for a while. If they can't do that, that means that there's probably a power transfer happening. whether it's internally or externally.
Is there precedent of this ever happening before with any other countries?
There's only like 200 years of bonds.
Yeah, but I mean, many countries have, I'm sure, given out bonds and weren't able to pay them back.
Not superpowers. I don't know. What's the question to Google that answer?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to look up what happened in Argentina specifically. 'Cause that's
What about like
the
Nazi
only country I
Germany?
know.
I'm sure they were selling bonds.
Oh dang! Argentina actually just defaulted again on May 22nd of this year.
Oh
Yeah, 500 million.
This is
Wait,
not
no.
investment advice, but do not take Argentinian renters.
Yeah, I mean, you should see the returns on their bonds. They offer like 30% returns with like 1 year maturity dates
Oh, wow.
because it's so risky. So
I mean, they just defaulted, so like, is the cycle right now to jump in?
Guys, are we moving to Argentina?
well, I mean, if you're talking about precedent, I mean, it's a good example to look at, I guess.
Okay, I googled what if America defaults on its debt to China. The answer I got. And the full faith and credit of the United States government to meet all of its debt, blah, 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 blah. Any move to cancel debt held by China, i.e., default on it, would destroy the full faith and credit of the U.S., send U.S. interest rates soaring, and could ignite a global financial catastrophe. So it would be like bad. It would be really bad if we
So-
couldn't pay them.
So, but that also means that it's in everyone's best interest that America can pay off its debts.
Yeah, I wasn't saying anything otherwise.
Well,
So-
I mean, you kind of insinuated that it would be good for China.
If America couldn't
But-
pay its debt,
Yeah.
how?
Because then they could power grab. That's what
Yeah.
I
No,
understood.
no.
from it. However,
David asked what happens if they weren't paid. I'm
Here's-
saying that if we weren't able to pay, then there would be a power grab.
But here's my thing is if we can't pay our debts, it's like literally in all of Europe's best interests that they give us money and help us pay off the debts. Otherwise, they go into financial ruin as well, you know?
Yeah, but that's like real big brain.
But this is macroeconomics
this
we're
is
talking
this
about.
is true. This is true. I agree. I feel like if anybody was to bail us out, it would be Germany and Russia.
Russia, do you
Wouldn't.
think?
Yeah,
I don't think so, dude.
I think they can cheat the books just fine.
The way Russia's been lately.
No,
I'm
no I
pretty
mean
sure
not
they're
like
going
how
for
they
way
are right
more.
now. I mean considering their relationship to China, especially.
But look, Russia's like become a lot more isolationist as of late, and way more like, not in aspects of like war, but economics. They kind of just are becoming self-sufficient.
Yo, turn your gain up
Think-
a little bit.
Yeah, I got you. Like they're using mostly their own oil. You know, they grow almost all their own food. They produce a lot of stuff themselves. Like they're super self-sufficient. I don't see why. Russia's probably one of the few countries that wouldn't really suffer from America not being able to pay its debts.
Literally. Did you know China has 400 farms? Like not small, like small town farms, like farming establishments. They own 400 in the US, 33 food processing plants, and 1 out of every 4 swine in this country.
Yes, sir. I did know that.
This
Oh,
company,
wow.
Shanghai, bought Smithfield, their pork producer, and Smithfield owned 100,000 acres. So now China, which any company that buys a company in America and said company was from China, China owns, so to say, any company that's in China because they're not allowed to become a company unless they sign a deal with the government. Basically, it's just so you understand socialism.
Yeah.
So 100,000 acres of United States land is owned by socialists.
Talking about Smithfield Foods, really quick, going off on a little trail on the side. So that's where my grandpa works at. And they were one of the first places to get COVID in the U.S. and also Chinese owned.
Conspiracy?
It's in Sioux Falls. Look it up.
Nukes Sioux Falls. Wait, David, tell your grandpa to get out of Sioux Falls.
Dude, I have so much family there. Chill. No, but yeah, that's just a little interesting thing. They were like one of the first places to really have a big outbreak. I mean, like bar California and New York, but Sioux Falls is like
Kind of middle of
Not-
nowhere.
yeah.
No.
So, just a little interesting. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anybody did any sending somebody over from China who was sick on purpose or anything. I'm not saying that.
Okay,
I would
But-
never insinuate that.
don't insinuate anything. Just let's speak in hypotheticals to be safe.
That was completely hypothetical.
This whole conversation
Don't
is
worry about it.
hypothetical.
Wrap it and gap it. So
I'm just saying.
Belt and Road Initiative. It is a global infrastructure development strategy adopted, not developed, by Chinese government backed by George Soros. And it begun in the year 2013 once they stopped buying our bonds and had a little extra dough saved up. It's a plan to build global infrastructure, any kind of infrastructure, mining, is it oil mining, oil digging, oil fracking,
Fracking, yeah.
farming. Hold on, I have a better list. Yeah, oil mining, farming, and food production and transportation in some countries, and the grid in Pakistan, the electricity grid in Pakistan that was via China. And the way I see it is it's a thing of control over natural resources, because what's most important to us, oil and gold.
Hold on. I just found an interesting map about this.
Bro, your mic is really quiet. Are you far away?
Yeah, my bad. My bad. Better?
Yeah, this is the map. Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, dude. So like America and then some of like Africa are the only places that aren't, even though America is. So
Except for Ukraine, too.
oh yeah, I don't
North
know
Korea, Japan.
Wait, what map is this? Potential signatures. There's a part A. What do you think about decentralized currency?
that. It's a good idea.
I mean, it's inevitable. Inevitable.
Inevitable.
Inevitable.
Yeah, it's gonna happen eventually. Especially
well, because
a digital currency, specifically too.
because when you lose faith in banks, where do you go for currency? The ones that aren't backed by banks, I guess.
The jeweler.
I mean, you could.
I go into my jewelry. I look down at my chest and I rip my gold chain off my neck, bro. And then I buy my footlong from Subway.
With one ring of your gold chain.
Yeah, no, I asked them for the little crappy like knives they have, and then I cut off like maybe half a centimeter of gold, and I just give it to them. I was like, keep
You're
the tip.
overpaying for your $5 footlong, bro.
Okay, I'd get like 3 footlongs to make it even.
Do you want to talk about what we were talking about earlier with the whole what happens if US money inflates?
And stocks and real estate inflate faster. This has been happening for 30 years.
Yeah, but I'm saying like drastically, as in US money is worth toilet paper.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, with hyperinflation, pretty much everybody would switch to either decentralized currency or commodities. So
Yeah, because Max and I were saying goods and services would probably be traded. Andre was trying to say crypto and gold.
Yeah.
And gold. Yeah.
I was trying to say crypto and gold would be used to negotiate between commodities and services.
Yeah,
Not
but the way I
goods and
see it is
services,
like
not commodities.
remove the middleman, which is currency, and just trade goods and services.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
we're going like, it's evolution, but it's backwards. That's essentially because
Yeah.
we invented currency to make it easier.
okay, globalist talk aside, like no tinfoil. Year's 2050, and let's say Australia got nuked and the US dollar collapsed, and okay, what would be the situation that deemed it necessary to use services and goods instead of currencies?
People lose faith in currencies. Like, for
Currencies or
example,
currency the idea?
currency, the idea,
I don't see that happening.
as in hyperinflation of the US dollar, and then, every other kind of currency follows with hyperinflation, and then let's say, oh, let's go back to using gold as currency.
And
Except,
then
hold on, who says that that's not going to happen to gold too?
anybody that uses gold. Hold on. Maybe there's a poll that answers that. What would people prefer to fiat currency? Fiat doesn't require.
I don't know. Just the way I see it is like, people are naturally like scared of things repeating, hence PTSD and anxiety and stuff like that. So like, say hyperinflation of, most currencies, I feel like people would lose faith in currency in general and would go towards a more trading barter
So like
kind of
pre
system.
Silk Road days,
I mean,
we would
not
devolve, is what you're
necessarily,
saying. Oh, what are you saying?
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, we
I
would
guess that's
devolve.
basically the general premise.
I don't think we would devolve.
Well, because, like, okay, look, in America, like, we don't make anything, right? Like, we don't really produce anything,
Except
at least nothing substantial.
Okay, yeah.
We do. We do a lot of. We don't do a lot of physical production, but we have. Like if you're talking about like medical innovation, idea innovation, like anything kind of like technology related. I mean, obviously we don't manufacture it, but a lot of the stuff is designed in like Silicon Valley, So
Yeah, we are leaders in tech.
But I'm saying,
bro, hold
like-
on, real quick. Do you know who's second to San Francisco in terms of tech development? Israel.
Oh, Israel.
Dude, Israel is the second Silicon Valley. No cap. Google's second. Hold on,
I actually remember hearing that they're super technologically advanced. Like, they got military tech that America doesn't even have yet, stuff like that.
Yep.
Like missile defense systems and all that.
you Google second Silicon Valley, it says Israel. They do be California-ing though.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the subject at hand. Sorry.
What was I saying? Sorry. Oh, we don't really export much. That was so like, our money is kind of. I mean, we're not even backed by gold anymore, so our money is technically kind of worthless.
List of things America exports: thoughts, children to islands,
women of the streets.
That's it. Those are our only exports that like actually leave everything else is digital exports.
Yeah, I mean,
we import iPhones that were invented here. Like what?
Yeah, designed in California, right?
Producing
made in sweatshops.
Why don't they smell like salt then, huh? It tastes like.
You telling me you licked your iPhone?
You telling me you haven't? You know there's a feature where your iPhone can taste like a certain element on the periodic table, right? You know that, right?
Bro, what?
Yo, actually though.
It tastes like uranium? Hold on.
Smell OS.
I don't know. I guess my point, what I was trying to get to is like, why hasn't the dollar had hyperinflation yet if our money is already basically worthless?
Well, can I real quick fix inflation?
Okay.
If in the big bank, if the big computer of banks, if it says $1 equals 1.05 US dollars because of inflation, just make $1 equal $1 again. Like,
So
Wouldn't you have to like remove a bunch of physical currency though?
well, you're only removing it so there's less of it in circulation. And there's only less of it in circulation because that's what the computers say, because they're printed digitally. So just say that there's the same amount in circulation, is just worth less.
well,
No, it's worth more.
most of inflation is not caused by like physical currency being printed. It's a
Oh.
lot from like I forgot what the term is called, but there's a whole lot of terms for how much money there is, and a lot of it is created through fractional reserves with banks. So they just lend out a lot of the money that you have in deposits, even though you still have access to that money at any time. So I think out of physical currency, I mean, nothing would really be done. I guess I don't know. I remember I did see a movie where the U.S. was trying to get lower inflation, and they actually burned a bunch of money. And the movie was about like these people would try to just steal the cash instead of burn it. I don't remember what it was called.
Was
but...
it new?
No, this was like 20, or not 20, probably like 10 years ago.
Oh, no.
I'll see if I can find it.
Sounds interesting.
I feel like everybody can agree that it doesn't matter if it's US or digital, it's all the same. Like whether they print it like paper cash or whether they print it by pressing a button, either way the printer goes
Basically, to stop inflation,
by
stop
stocks.
making money.
Well, you could also lower inflation by increasing fractional reserves.
Yeah. Okay. So why don't we?
Well, inflation is important to a growing economy. If there's no inflation, then people don't have incentive to spend. Your money, your dollar worth today is worth more than it will be tomorrow, so you should spend it today. So you go to McDonald's and you get a, McChicken today.
Oh, okay.
Or you
I
buy
got you.
$1 of McDonald's stock with fractional shares.
Or yeah, you could do that.
Bro, fractional shares actually
They're pretty great.
They're
the
Like 'em.
nicest thing ever.
like, even like shares I can afford to buy multiple of, it's like it's nice so I can spend like a whole nice round number on a certain stock.
You know what I
Or, like-
wish? The only thing I wish Robinhood you could do limit orders with fractional shares. You can't do both.
Yeah, that would
It's
be
either
nice.
one or the other.
Bro, you know what else would be nice about Robinhood? If the app actually worked on some of the best
Like,
trading
yeah.
days. That would have been great.
Actually, that would be phenomenal. But most of the brokerages,
I mean, okay, we have to be realistic, David. We can't
it's free.
expect everything.
It's as free gets.
Yeah, but you know how many people pay for Robinhood Gold?
No.
So wait, how does Robinhood even make money? So is
Robinhood
it all
Gold.
for Robinhood Gold?
Yeah, they earn money on margin is issued at an interest rate, right?
Margin?
I'm
With
not sure.
Robinhood Gold, you get margin. But
Not
credit,
familiar
it's
with
basically
that.
credit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You use if you have like 2,000 in your account, it gives you like another 2,000 you can play with, but it takes your 2,000 as collateral.
Yep.
Yeah, that's margin.
I would assume that they would have interest on it.
Then I think that's how they make money because a lot of people use margin.
Because that would make a lot of sense. Why would you not have interest on that? It's literally a loan.
It does not make sense.
Here, I'll look it up just to make sure. But I would assume so.
Yeah, I'm like 100% on it.
What happens if you default on that?
You can get into legal trouble.
Did
Just
they
declare
like
bankruptcy.
repossess things from you?
Well, you put up money as collateral.
So yeah, so let's say like, well,
It's a 5% yearly interest on any margin above
That's it?
$1,000. Yeah,
Bro,
that's
I bet I could make 30% on Snapchat.
I wouldn't, dude.
Within the year, nonetheless.
I mean, max, you would have $23,000 of margin available. So
Max, play with
21,
margin.
whatever.
Do it.
yeah,
Play
man.
with margin.
But that can put your portfolio worth down to zero, literally overnight.
Yeah, negative actually.
Or up to like a
Yeah.
million. You guys aren't thinking optimistically.
Yeah. See, I was
Oh.
pretty optimistic like first week of March, and then
Yeah, when they told us
Hit the
quarantine
fan.
was going to be 2 weeks and not 6 months.
The stock market didn't hear that news, bro.
Yeah, no, we've
it's
been
crazy.
recovering pretty well.
It's crazy how fast the freaking market recovered, though.
Hey, I mean,
we
Donald Trump said it
recovered so
would.
much like by April. It was nuts.
Yeah, dude, you look at any stock for the year, and like you see the dip in like from February to March, and then boom, all-time highs on everything.
Dude, you know what's crazy? $46 billion. What would you spend that on?
Cocaine and
Hmm.
hookers.
Spy
No.
calls.
Yeah, I'd probably invest like half of it and make.
Oh, dude, I would with 42 billion. Dude,
Yeah,
you
and then
like you literally do whatever the heck you want. You don't have to do anything.
Well,
But
listen,
China gave Pakistan an entire power grid for free.
$42 billion worth.
Yep. And a transport
Jeez.
grid included in that.
To make an ally, right?
Yep.
Makes sense.
They also gifted Zimbabwe 100 million, parliament building, Ethiopia a new railway system, expanded airports, and then 200 million African Union headquarters.
But what is the point? China's not getting anything from these countries.
They're getting favor.
Yeah, but their favor is not really worth much.
Mm,
Pakistan, bro, what do they have to offer? What does Zimbabwe have to offer?
Pakistan actually has a lot of nuclear weapons.
Pakistan is a worthy ally.
Yeah.
Plus, geographically, it's next to all the sus countries, and they would be surrounding India too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So are you saying that China's trying to take over the UN slowly?
That's exactly what I'm saying, actually.
That makes a lot of sense because America did the exact same thing.
They did. A lot of countries did that exact same. A lot of countries play 5D chess. You gotta
Yeah.
step it up to like 10D chess if you want to win anything here.
Yeah.
You know how you step it up to 10D chess, bro? Actually, you have to align with those extra 5 dimensions. And how do you do that, David? We talked about this.
Bro, it's kind of late. You want to just tell me?
DMT.
Okay, Joe Rogan.
Okay. Yeah.
I prefer Alex Jones. I'm just saying, bro. If these countries are playing 10D chess, who's teaching them those dimensions, bro? Connect the dots.
That's a figurative
sheep.
speech, though.
Bro, I'm joking.
No, but he's really not. Though. He's 100% serious. This is the
this
only part of the
only-
conversation that's
Bro, I'm
not
not
hypothetical.
I'm literally joking until I'm right.
Okay, go on a quick tangent. What do you think about DMT? Do you think countries are actually using it, like in the high ups, to do stuff?
Oh, I mean, I feel like right now they're using adrenochrome genuinely.
Adrenochrome? What is that?
I don't know if I want to tell you, bro. It's kind of dark. Basically, it's in human blood. Adrenochrome is a
In
chemical
human?
By the
inside
oxygenation of
human.
adrenaline.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
I guess it's adrenaline. You can harvest
You
it.
oxidize adrenaline.
Google adrenochrome conspiracy.
That's literally the first thing that pops up on Google for me.
The dark virality of a Hollywood blood harvesting conspiracy. How QAnon became.
Oh wait, is this the whole like, Oprah talking about injecting like newborn penis blood or whatever.
Yeah.
Actually?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah, people inject themselves with like baby blood to make themselves look younger.
Feel younger.
That's like an actual thing.
You think
And it
better
makes your
when you
brain
feel
work.
younger. You think better with the wisdom that you've collected over the last 60 years.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if, like, China or America is definitely doing it. If China and America were just being sus boys like that.
Well, listen. Hitler was on like a huge cocktail of chemicals, you know, drugs and all the sorts. He was on.
My kind of guy.
Listen, he was like, I was watching a documentary and it was talking about how he was doing like heroin, crack at the same time, and then like mixed with like
Candy flip.
adrenaline and a bunch of other stuff. And
Dude was a
basically,
walking Perk 30 on legs.
Oh my God. Basically, people were saying that he was having like seizures, but also he was like thinking at basically speed times 100. Like his
About
reaction
speed.
time was faster and like just everything without like the bad effects of crack, because he was also doing heroin.
Oh. Well, if they just cancel each other out, I'm not saying that I'm not suggesting anything, but audience, you
Listen,
know what to do.
We're not doctors.
Speak for yourself. My doctorate is coming in the mail.
But yeah, so like stuff like that's happened before, where leaders of countries, I guess you could say, do weird stuff like that to get an upper hand. So who's to say hasn't happened again? There's precedent.
Okay, tell me what you know about the Chinese yuan.
Wuhan?
The yuan, their currency, their digital currency.
Like
I know
absolutely
nothing.
nothing.
Really? So do you know what leading reserve currency means,
No.
Max?
Nope. No, I don't.
Any country that wants to buy oil anywhere globally, they have to buy it using US dollars, and it has to be sold using US dollars. Like if Iran wants to sell oil, they still have to sell it in US dollars. That's the advantage
that-
of being number one.
Is that purely to like not have complications when selling?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
it's literally for
Hmm.
that. But it's a big leg up for the country that is the lead reserve currency. And China
So
being next
America.
in line is pressed about that. Yeah, America. Hold on. Actually, it's called the Trifon. Yeah, the Trifon dilemma. Having the world's reserve currency is great at first, but ultimately contains the bro, I can't even read my own handwriting. The seeds of its own destruction. You outsource all of your manufacturing and end up selling off chunks of your own country to foreign investors, i.e., farms. It's not a new concept. The Trifon dilemma. So basically, the thing with the yuan is, and not only oil, any kind of futures. So oil, you can literally trade options on oil by trading oil futures, and oil futures are also priced in US dollars. So is any other kind of futures. You can buy lumber futures. You can buy freaking
Soybean.
soybean. Literally, I'm not even joking. Soybean futures.
That's like actually one of the more popular ones.
Yeah, actually. And so China set up their own futures exchange using the digital yuan. So it allows the wholesale purchase of oil using the yuan, which is actually a big wave in this little ocean. That's it. That's all I had to say. Is they're really coming at the US dollar. And as someone that likes US dollars, bro, I feel personally attacked.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, that mostly flew over my head. Mostly because I don't know what futures are.
Future is like an option, but with commodities usually. And you're required to buy it at the maturity date at the agreed upon price.
Dude, futures are so. My brain is too smooth to understand the exact like how to trade them.
So it's just like an option, right? But with options, they're like a stock option. You can exercise it early before the maturity date, or you can not exercise it at all if it's out of the money, right?
Futures
But
you
with a
have to
future,
exercise, right?
you have to exercise it on the maturity date.
So you
And
have
it's
to be
usually
rich to play futures.
well, I mean, it's usually for commodities. I mean, it's sometimes done with like currency exchange, but it's usually for commodities like oil. That's what oil price is. It's oil futures, not actual like barrels of oil.
So if I was to buy one future option of one future contract for oil, would I be obligated to buy like one unit of oil?
Yeah, at the agreed upon price.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
And that value, that agreed upon price, can I sell that contract back to someone?
I mean, I think so. I mean, you can trade. I assume you can trade futures like you can trade options.
So
what
is
you're
there a
saying
risk
is-
of being assigned?
So option or futures are basically just options for physical things instead of
Not always, but it's usually for physical things.
instead of like stocks. Okay.
You
makes
can
sense.
still do futures with stocks, but I mean, I don't think people do that. I've heard of it being used with like a currency exchange. So you bet on like exchange rates in the future.
I've heard of it. I've heard of futures being used as like indicators on like pre-market. Like at 6 a.m. people will look at futures to kind of get an idea of what the market's going to look like on Monday.
Interesting.
And some 5D chess right there.
I would classify that as like 4D. I would classify that as 4D. Just give you a little advantage, but like nothing like
That's
time
3D.
travel. No, that's definitely not. 3D is
Standard.
3D is like going on Wall Street bets.
Yeah.
No,
3D.
That's is 2D. 2D.
That's like a negative D, bro.
3D chess is going on Twitter, typing in $ followed by your favorite ticker symbol, and seeing what the cool traders are saying about it. Because the cool traders are on Twitter now; they're not on Reddit.
Reddit is for liberals and porn addicts, but what can you say?
What's Reddit?
It's for liberals.
Dang. What's a liberal?
Have you ever heard of like I don't even know where I'm going with this.
Ben Shapiro wrecks them on YouTube videos. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I think they fight or something. It's like a faction of like boxers.
Is Ben Shapiro that like one really lifted, handsome, Jew?
No, he's the guy who runs the podcast. He had like Joey Diaz on there a bunch of times.
Oh, you're thinking about the Timcast.
Yeah.
Listen, you cocksucker. Yeah, Joey
supposed
Diaz
to be
is so
Joey
funny.
Diaz.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oops.
Yeah,
did I get Max in trouble? No, I think he was using his headphones.
Yeah. Bro, did you notice that Tesla closed at 420 today?
No, you're joking.
No.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Is it
No, it's 446.
Oh wait. Oh, September 14th. Never
Yeah,
mind.
446.
Yesterday.
Boys,
Are you selling it for 420? I'll buy it from you if you're selling it for 420.
Dude, okay, so I crunched
my
the
average
numbers.
cost for Tesla is $419.68. So if I buy like
Dude, I'm at 360.
$1 of Tesla, I'll be at 420.
I crunched the numbers. If you compound 5% returns a day for 60 days off of $100 without any more investments, you'll have $2,000 after 2 months.
Bro, so imagine me doing 25% a week for the next year.
That's like
Good luck.
couple pennies for sure.
Yeah.
You could definitely rub at least 2 pennies together after all that.
Bro, how would I do the math for that? I forgot how to do compound.
Bro, just Google compound calculator. That's what I did.
It's the amount times 1 plus the rate, and then that's in parentheses, and then the number of periods is the exponent. So if it's 2 years, it's 1 plus like 5%. So 1.05 to the second times $100.
Max, you're literally a genius. I commend you.
Yeah, I mean,
He's the only one who went to college, so.
yeah, I'm a finance major, so.
Oh, look at me. I'm a mod on Wall Street Bets. Ban this. Beep.
Hold on. I'm gonna send you guys a tweet because
Send it in Discord.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's 2 contracts of Tesla.
And I was so happy about my 25% today.
Dude.
Oh, wait.
That's insane.
That's pretty nice.
I'm following this
Not
man just for
bad.
that.
I mean, to be honest, it's not even that impressive. It's just he had an initial of 6,000.
Yeah.
Because I've hit
But
like
still-
250s, 350s before. You've hit them. It's about having money to. It's about instead of like hitting a lick and then you like got like 5 times the amount of money. In practice, you should follow the same exact logic and just spend 5 times more on the next really good trade. But instead, you spend like the same amount of money 5 times on mediocre trades.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because you keep reinvesting your like the money you made. So like you end up not having money to play around with options again. But dude, I'm done with options.
Yeah. So
At least I'm not done, but
I'm
definitely
literally just
gonna
gonna
take a more
I'm just gonna snipe
Do
them.
more long-term options.
Long-term options, you say?
like 2021 type stuff.
Yeah, I got a couple of those. I got UUP calls, which is an index for the US dollar.
Not puts?
Nope.
What?
Well, they're
Wow.
bad at dollar's really scared right now. Dollar has to pay rent once the law like gets reducted that you don't have to pay rent. Dollar knows that it has to pay rent eventually. Dollar might have to declare bankruptcy. Dollar has to pay for bills besides everything else. Dollar from a lot of people's money that is not institutions. Institutions dollar is very, very confident right now. After that, UUP puts don't get me wrong, bro. It's gonna get clapped. But right now the Federal Reserve is battling deflation actually.
I just found something really interesting we need to talk about after podcast is over. A pump and dump scheme that's going on Twitter.
Right now? Like crypto?
This week.
Oh.
Not crypto. It's a electricity type thing.
I'm gonna not take a part in that because all my money is in equity now.
All my money's in long-term holdings, so
yeah,
I feel it.
Bro, just say equity. That's how the
Yeah, you gotta sound cool.
but Buddy probably says, I want to go to my house tonight instead of property.
Yeah.
My woman's waiting for me at my Minnesota property.
You're not.
You
You're
don't
not
own any
hanging out.
property, bro.
You're not hanging out with your friends. You're networking. All right.
Yeah.
Always networking.
That Chipotle lunch you had, that was a business expense.
And the Glock was too.
Yo, real shit. Can a Genesis coupe be a business expense? Asking for a friend.
If you could do this correctly, yeah. Do you have a
I mean, it depends on
business?
what your business is.
I don't have an income. I talked to Bilaus about getting me into as a contractor instead of employee.
Bleep the last name for that, by the way. Editor Andre.
Okay. Now you can Google where I work and find the owner. I'm not doing anything bad to get fired over, anyways.
I'm just, you know.
Yeah, I'll still do it, but anyways, so I asked him about like making me a subcontractor just so I could open up a business, and he was like, "No."
You wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, he said the same thing.
I mean, are you working full time?
Yeah.
Well, you'll actually probably pay less, but you don't get benefits.
The
like,
benefit of
paid time
using a
off.
car as a write-off. That's all I was trying to do.
Uh,
Not
Yeah.
worth
How
it.
about you just register an LLC, bud?
That's what I was trying to do.
you can, yeah, you can still make an LLC. You don't really even have to get paid. I mean, it's like $100 to do it.
But to write
Um,
off a car does
Ilya Yunchik takes $1 of salary every year from his business. Everything else is quote unquote reinvested.
Yep.
Bleep that name too, by the way, Andre.
Yeah.
That's
But
I
yeah.
mean, that's what Amazon does.
Basically, yeah. I mean, buy everything as a business expense, take a salary of $1, or
David,
pay in stock.
If you quit your job right now, I will literally open a company and pay you in stock.
Stock worth 1 cent.
Nah, bro, it'll be worth plenty as long as you wait.
What are you gonna be producing?
A lifestyle.
Nice.
Well, Costco produces a lifestyle.
They also sell goods.
I think the technical term for producing a lifestyle is unemployed.
Yo, let's not get into technicalities. We're not nerds here.
Oh, you make a streetwear? Nice.
So, yeah, actually, I'm gonna start a label. I'm gonna rip artists off, but I'm gonna make them work.
No, listen. Streaming houses is where it's at.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, low-key, I'm just gonna buy property and rent it out to someone that's starting a stream house.
Or you could buy property and start a stream house.
I
Cut
don't
out the
know.
middleman.
I don't know how profitable the stream house is, but I know how profitable rent is.
Have you ever heard of Offline TV?
I have not.
They're a house of streamers / content creators. They have like 10 people working in that house that live there. Each of them pays like $2,500 a month rent somewhere in California. So, 25 grand a month. You could be taking that rent and also be taking part of their income for giving them a house where they're around other creators, which gives them growth. So they're winning, you're winning, and you're winning again.
Can I use emojis in the? But I can. Hold on. This is gonna take a while because I have to find the emoji and click on it with my mouse. Almost there. Got it.
But listen, doesn't that sound like a pretty decent plan? I don't know. That makes sense to me.
I mean, you would need streamers that actually make money.
Yeah.
So,
And
Bro, exclusivity deals, as we've seen with Joe Rogan, are extremely, very, very, very lucrative.
but if
yeah,
they're
and then you
smart
gotta
enough-
pay them to be exclusive. So like that's not even what you were talking about earlier.
Sounds like being someone's manager with extra steps, to be honest.
Yeah, you manage them, but also they
And
pay
house
you
them,
for
bro.
being part of it
Every
and
manager gets
for being
paid.
their manager. You get the manager salary, which is a type, that's a cut. They're paying their own rent, and actually, no, that's it. Basically, what I'm saying is be a manager for streamers, but also be their landlord.
Better yet,
You
their
stream,
governor.
David, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you need a manager? I can like make Instagram content for you, and
If
maybe
you can
like
get me
a
to make
overlay.
money, if you can get me to get a point where I can make money, bro, 20% easy to do.
Just gotta yell Twitch
David,
Prime. Like
I have a
every
counter.
second.
I have a counter offer to Max's offer.
Okay.
You make me money, and I'll give you 25%.
See,
pretty
I'd
good
rather be a
deal.
streamer though.
No. You're still
Yeah,
doing
you
all
still
the.
stream.
You're still streaming.
But I'm
You just-
so I'm
you
doing
just
the
get
work for
75%
myself
of the
and for you.
No,
That's-
you're working for the team. I from what I understood, I know you pretty well, David. We've had a pretty good conversation. You just seem like a team player. In fact, I would consider putting you up to leadership somewhere further down the line. We can talk about that in a quarterly review. We can have an earnings call, see how your performance was. We can talk about getting you into a leadership position, but we just have to have a small trial run for 15% cut for you.
Give me a Tesla and I'm in.
Okay. Model 3 base, does that work?
No. Roadster.
It's not even out yet.
So you have no preference over
I
the
don't
title.
care. Talk to Elon, dude.
Salvage it is.
You actually can't even really repair salvage Teslas, man.
Hey, he didn't say a working Tesla.
Could get them
I haven't signed anything.
like a toy.
No handshake, nothing, bro.
I have
This is
verbal
all
proof.
hypothetical, like we said in the
Yeah,
beginning.
this is a verbal contract. You already owe him money.
I'll send you an invoice after this. Don't worry.
Try me.
Don't
I'll
trip
take you to
about
court.
it. Don't trip about it. You have 2 weeks.
Consulting session.
You want 15% of my income when
No,
I'm
no. I want
at home
I
right
know.
now?
I want you to have 15% of your income.
Oh, wait.
No, I want you to have 15% of our income. Welcome
Last
to,
time I checked, this was
welcome
in
to
communism,
California.
bro. Oh, man. Last time I checked, we live in America and not the USSR.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure about
Are
that?
you sure about that?
Well, I guess with tax rates nowadays, we might as well be in the USSR.
You know, with the VPN, you can literally go to the USSR. Everything is like 3 times as cheap, and you can still trade stocks in America.
This
Can
sounds like
someone
it's-
tell me a downside to that?
I don't know. All the TV shows you would watch would have to be in Russian.
No, they wouldn't have a VPN.
Yeah,
Also,
well, yeah.
don't subscribe
Netflix
to Netflix, Max.
Okay. Hulu would think that you're in Russia, so obviously all movies and TV shows would be in
I
Russian.
would change my location on my VPN to America so I could trade in America exchange.
Mhm.
Wait, so you have a VPN that puts you in the USSR?
No, the
then
US.
a VPN on top
in,
of that.
I'm in the USSR and I have a VPN that puts me in the US. I'm in the USSR so I can buy all the cheap commodities there. Like
Okay, no. So
Toothpaste.
you're using a VPN. So you're using a VPN on your main computer, and you also have a virtual PC with the VPN.
I
Is that
I
what you're
suppose double the protection will not hurt. No, I'm saying I
doing?
have the
Like, get an
USSR
IP Bluetooth?
in my PC.
No, listen. You have your VPN set to North Korea, correct?
Middle Korea.
Wait, what happens if you set your VPN to like China, like Beijing or something? Like, is it censored?
The Beijing
Yeah.
police arrest you.
Yeah. Get pranked.
Does anybody actually have a VPN service?
Yeah.
I want to try it. You should try setting it to like Beijing and then try Google like Tiananmen Square or like Winnie the Pooh or something.
I'll actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll actually do that right now.
I don't think it would work, but I mean, just for science.
This is not a sponsor, but private VPN is the best VPN. It's so cheap and
I only use NordVPN/ExpressVPN.
This video is sponsored by NordVPN.
Taiwan's in China. Yeah.
No, don't do Taiwan. Taiwan is like separate from China.
Well, it depends who you ask.
Yeah, it depends on who you ask.
If you ask the WHO,
Yeah, they don't know what you're talking about. They'll disconnect.
They don't have China on the list.
Dang, dude. That's why you should switch to ExpressVPN.
No,
It's actually
I think I
is
know why.
sponsored.
It's like when I was signing up for it, there was a question in the beginning, like when I was installing it. It was like, are you like a reporter? Like, are you with the media, or are you trying to like watch Netflix from other countries? And I was like, I'm trying to watch Netflix from other countries, but I bet if I said reporter like / media, it would have given me China. Is Singapore? No, that's Thailand.
What if you do IP Scrambler? Well, that wouldn't do anything. Never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh no, I got Taiwan to work.
but Taiwan isn't China. No.
This is
Well,
Like I
what
said, it
happened
depends
on
who you ask.
Taiwan?
Taiwan, officially the Republic of China. Yeah, it's in China. How do you spell Taiwan?
Yeah, but it's
Tiananmen.
Tiananmen. It's like TI. I don't even know.
Oh, I got it. It's popping up.
Okay.
Okay, Facebook.com. Okay, maybe this. Okay, either maybe Oh no. It's part of China, but it's like different, I guess. Like
Yeah, I don't
nation
know if they
state, I
censor
think.
there.
Yeah, they don't. I
Yeah.
can get into Facebook. Yeah, Taiwan is a nation state, I think.
It's
Well, that was pointless.
depending on who you ask, it's not part of China. Like if you ask Taiwan, they're not part of China. If you ask China, they're part of China.
They're part of China.
If you ask the WHO, which is a corrupt organization, it's part of China.
Oh, I actually found a pretty relevant. I know pretty relevant meme. I'm gonna send it right now. Let me crap out the iFunny logo real quick.
Dude, I'm feeding some milk and cookies.
Imagine drinking milk in 2020.
Imagine making it to freaking September of 2020 without killing yourself. Do you think suicides went down or went up? Because it's more
They
interesting.
went up significantly.
They went up.
Why would you kill yourself? It's only like halfway done. What if there's something even more interesting?
I.e., worse.
Aliens.
How do you add a picture?
Just click add picture, bro.
I don't know how to use these technologies.
Well, I will say suicide has been going up significantly.
That's a pretty topical meme, Max. Thank you.
I thought it was funny.
Oh my god.
The
That should be the
NBA
thumbnail.
The NBA said, we're not playing because of racism. The NBA said, well, we're not going to pay you. The NBA said, nah, we want to get paid. The NBA said, well, we'll pay you if you donate it to black communities. The NBA players said, we'll play. Okay. Basically, in conclusion,
Hold on. You were talking about suicide rates. They went up significantly this year. So far this year, 132 Americans died by suicide every day this year. And 1.4
That's a
million
lot.
attempts.
132 a day.
Mm-hmm. Every day
That's
this
nuts.
that's crazy.
That's like 360,000 deaths.
That's like
Wait, no, that's way more. That's
like
way more. It's like 1 million
more
deaths.
than COVID.
It
Wait,
says
what
on
was the number?
average, on average, 132 Americans died by suicide each day. And that's 2020 alone.
That's 47,000 people.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Or it says 48,344 died by suicide.
Yeah.
And it's the second leading cause of death for ages 10 to 34 right now.
That's crazy. And it's more than COVID.
Well, COVID's only like 9,000, so.
Daily deaths. Imagine if there was a suicide pandemic. Huh?
But there is.
How many? Imagine if there was like a car crash accident pandemic.
Yeah.
I have a pretty good meme. To conclude, we're in an arms race with China for artificial intelligence.
We never even touched on that, dude.
Yeah, we never even mentioned that.
Okay, dude, China, second to us is Israel in terms of technology, but not software. Second to the United States in terms of software is China. Look at their TikTok algorithm. Personally, let me tell you, the algorithm is the best algorithm I've ever encountered.
I disagree. I liked car memes, and I would get underage girls dancing, bro. It was.
I have
weird.
not gotten a single underage girl dancing.
It's like subconsciously knew what you wanted.
Yeah, I believe that.
No, because look, so like I
Yeah,
use TikTok.
yeah,
I just
for, like,
got
a
Christian
month.
memes, bro. I don't know what made you get like girls twerking, but I got a heck of Christian memes.
No, listen. You're lying, first of all.
I'm not capping, bro. I literally sent those Christian memes to you. You know I'm not capping.
Listen, I used TikTok for a month, like back in, I want to say March, was it? Andre, you would remember. It was early.
Bro, I
this
don't
year.
remember what I ate 20 minutes ago.
Okay, anyways. I would like car
It was
memes
milk
and
and
just like
cookies, I think.
dumb humor. And in my For You page, I'd still get like dancing stuff, which was super dumb. It worked somewhat well, but I don't know.
You had an
Very,
yeah, you had an
very,
account.
very far from perfect. I think YouTube's algorithm probably works better.
YouTube's is. I'm saying the competition is between China and YouTube. My YouTube algorithm doesn't work great. Like it doesn't really. It gives me the randomest stuff I haven't even been interested in for like years. I don't know.
I don't know.
The
For me,
point.
it
The
works
point
really
is
well.
this: the runner-up is China because they literally are America in terms of how much they rely on social media. Like they literally use social media to pay at restaurants.
You're talking about social credit scores?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're in an arms race to develop an AI smart enough to give us an advantage over the other. So that's why you should not trust them. I mean, they're also messing with their currency. They're using recycled US dollars to leverage against us. I don't blame them. If I was a country, I would look out for my own best interests. Like obviously,
But you're not Chinese, so
I'm not Chinese. Well, I don't know that for a fact, but I'm
I
definitely
do.
red
You're white
blooded
as
and
snow.
American, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, amen.
God bless America.
Long snap. Buy Bitcoin. Not a recommendation.
All hypothetical.
A Roth IRA. All the money you make on stonks in a Roth IRA are tax free.
They're not tax free.
Are they not?
After 90 days.
Well, you still pay taxes going in.
No, yeah,
Significantly
no. I
less.
mean, like any capital gains you make in an
Yeah.
IRA. Yeah, which is like
Yeah.
that's just man. If you don't have an IRA, you're dumb.
Agreed.
I haven't even put money in my IRA. I have one, though.
So you're kind of
Regret
dumb.
that.
Then.
You're gonna regret that so bad.
Oh yeah, where's your long term, David?
My long term is my Robinhood portfolio as well as my IRA.
I know. I would invest in my. Are you putting your money in your IRA through your employer?
Part of it, yeah, and then part of it I put in myself as well.
If I had an employer do it, that would be the dream. Is there like an incentive for a business owner to have match?
I'm not sure.
I mean, maybe just more productivity from your people because they want to work for you. But
Yeah, if you're offering stuff like that, or like for example, matching your, how much you put into your 401k, stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Purely just for giving incentive to work at the place.
Okay, here's why. Okay, the people that make their money in California, you know what they do after they've made their money in California? They keep
They
it
move
in
to
their.
Texas.
Yeah, they move to a state, get their residency there, and then they withdraw because then they have to pay like not stupid state taxes on it.
Yeah, what's the highest tax bracket in California? Like 55%?
Yeah, I think it's like 50 more, maybe 55 sounds right.
Listen, bro, flat 15% tax on everybody. If everyone paid their taxes at 15%, that'll pay for everything and more, dude. Having 55% tax rate on the richest just, gives them less incentive to work and make more money.
Yeah.
Which in return means less money for all the BS social programs people want, which shouldn't exist anyways.
Okay. It's at an hour and 22 minutes. So point being, don't trust China. They're using US dollars to buy up all the farmland and pork. They're buying all the mines in Africa. They're leveraging the US dollar against the US. They're commies. COVID-19.
Hong Kong,
Hong Kong.
Bro, free Hong Kong. Free my
free
boy
Hong Kong, man,
Free Hong Kong.
and Taiwan,
in Taiwan, dude, yeah.
And Titness Square.
and like mainland China as well would be great. But
Free China.
Well, basically just abolish Chinese government in general. Abolish communism.
Can we nuke communism? No.
Bro.
This.
I need to speak to the CEO of communism because we got issues.
Bro, I just got a DoorDash order and I'm at the CEO of communism's house. I'm delivering him a knuckle sandwich.
Bro.
Dang, dude.
All right. Bye,
luck.
guys. Subscribe, follow. Invest. Long Snapchat. Epstein didn't kill himself. At to twitch.tv/divinity. Twitch.tv/chess club. Go to Max for taxes or whatever he's doing in the future.
Disclaimer: none of what we said is trading.
Well, none
advice,
of what
so
he
please-
said was trading advice.
No, Andre, you want to legally
Oh,
protect
yeah.
yourself, bro. Please don't take anything we say seriously.
Except the stuff about China.
Yeah,
And
but don't use it as
communism.
trading advice.
Yeah. Do not buy Snapchat. That's a horrible idea. Do not buy a good solid ETF that gives you a solid 2% dividend annually. That's a horrible. Don't do that. Not ticker SMH for semiconductors. Not that ETF. That's the worst one. That one does not pay 3 dividend. That's you're stupid if you buy SMH ticker symbol.
Shaking my head, dude.
Don't buy Bitcoin. You know what you should buy? Knowledge.
Bro, you always take so long to close them out.
I only do it
Bro.
for you, bro. I'm gonna edit all of that out from the last episode and this one. I hope I'm just dragging it.
I know,
for
I know.
comedic purposes. Thank you guys for listening. Go follow Chess Club Twitch TV, Chess Club YouTube, Chess Club Instagram. You know how to do it. Thank you for listening. As always, listen harder.